What do you do when the one who once promised you forever quietly admits he thought about double-crossing you over millions of dollars in land? And the only way to protect your future is to call a lawyer before you plant a single flower on the land that's supposed to be your new beginning. Stay with me because tonight, we're pulling apart the real reason Janelle Brown had to lawyer up before she could fully breathe on her brand new 156-acre property. And what that says about Kody Brown, Coyote Pass, and the end of the Brown family dream. Hey everybody! Welcome back to the channel. If you are looking for Sister Wives Janelle new property, Kody versus Janelle Coyote Pass fight, or why did Janelle hire a lawyer? You're in exactly the right place. In this exposed report, we're going to break down how the Coyote Pass dream turned into a legal landmine, why Janelle finally said, "I need a lawyer," on camera, how that decision is directly connected to her massive 156-acre North Carolina farm, and the twisted emotional question nobody's asking. How do you ever feel safe building a new life when the last man you trusted with your future literally thought about double-crossing you? Grab a drink, hit like so more Sister Wives fans find this deep dive, and let's unpack why Janelle had to lawyer up before she could plant a single flower on her new land, the dream that hooked everyone. Coyote Pass. Let's rewind. For years, TLC sold us a fantasy, one large tract of land in Flagstaff, Arizona, Coyote Pass. The plan? Kody Brown in the center, each wife in her own beautiful home, kids running between houses. One great, united plural family. In 2018, the Browns purchased approximately $820,000 worth of land at Coyote Pass, in multiple parcels. It was being sold on the show as our dream property, our future, where we'll grow old together. Off camera, however, something else was growing. Unequal legal protection, financial confusion, and a very clear pattern. Kody at the center. Everybody else, hoping he'd do the right thing. Janelle's position, all in, but not protected. Now consider the role of Janelle in this story. For a long time, she is portrayed as the practical one, the budget nerd, the wife who was willing to live in an RV on raw land to make the dream work. But there's one huge problem. Janelle was never legally married to Kody. Legally. Kody has only been married to Mary, initially. Then Robin after he divorced Mary to adopt Robin's kids, Janelle and Christine. Spiritually married, emotionally committed, financially intertwined, but without the legal security that comes with marriage. So when they're all pouring money into Coyote Pass, whose name is on what? Who truly owns what land? What happens if someone leaves? These aren't just TV questions, they're lawyer questions. When the dream started to rot, fast-forward relationships start falling apart. Christine leaves in 2021. Janelle separates from Kody around 2022. Mary follows, and by 2023, Kody is only with Robin, but Coyote Pass is still there. This is where it gets tense. It has been reported and summarized that the wives disagreed with Kody and Robin about how the land would be divided and about the future profits. She kept saying that she didn't entirely trust what would be done. And at one moment, she directly mentions seeking legal assistance to protect her share. In the season 19 to 20 coverage and interviews, we find phrases such as Janelle threatens to hire lawyers to fight for her share. Janelle hires a lawyer to protect her interest in Coyote Pass, and that's not just a rumor. In a January 2025 episode, Janelle informs Christine that she has hired an attorney to protect her portion of the Flagstaff property. On screen, it sounds calm, but beneath? That's a huge escalation. A woman who once entrusted Kody with her entire adult life now feels she needs a professional legal buffer between them. The double-cross confession. Well, here's where things go from sad to deeply unsettling. In late 2024 coverage, Kody himself admits the following. He even considered double-crossing Janelle regarding the land dispute. Let's sit with that. Not an accusation, not a rumor, a confession. Reports put it this way. Kody thought about arranging things so as to shortchange Janelle. The person said to have talked him out of this was Robin. So, imagine you are Janelle. You've invested in the dream, lived on that land in an RV, defended the plan when everyone called it ridiculous. And now you know, the key figure in it all intended to take financial advantage of you. Is it any wonder she said, "I need a lawyer. Lawyer up." What that really means. Let's talk about what lawyering up actually looks like in Janelle's situation. As reported by outlets like People and other legal-focused breakdowns, Janelle specifically consulted an attorney about protection of her interest in Coyote Pass. The issue was not just who gets what land. It was how much profit she'd see from a potential sale, whether the years of contribution would be respected, and how vulnerable she was as a non-legal wife. In a messy split-one legal analysis even framed it like this: the lack of any legal marriage made Janelle lawyer up if she wanted any guarantee of walking away with her fair share. So when we say, why did Janelle have to lawyer up? We're not being dramatic. We're talking about a person who saw red flags, heard Kody's own words, watched Christine sign over land for $10, and then walk away with nothing from Coyote Pass, and decided, that is not going to be my story. Coyote Pass cash. Who got what now for the money? In April 2025, Coyote Pass finally sold for about $1.5 million, turning an estimated $680K profit over the initial purchase price. Multiple outlets reported that the property was divided so that Kody, Robin, Janelle, and Mary each walked away with about $375,000. Christine, who had signed her interest away for the symbolic $10 when she left, got nothing from the sale. Now connect the dots. Janelle lawyers up tension on screen about fair shares, Kody insisting accusations are all in Janelle's head. And then? She walks away with a clearly defined portion of the sale. You don't have to be a legal expert to see the pattern. With a lawyer present, Janelle didn't have to rely on, they aren't based on trust, vibes, or Kody's changing moods. She had paperwork. She had protection. She had leverage. The 156-acre North Carolina farm okay. Now let's change scenes. While all this is happening in Arizona, Janelle makes a huge move. In March 2024, she bought 156.4 acres in Chocowinity Township, Beaufort County, North Carolina. The deed is recorded about April 1, 2024. The price? About $289,000. The land is listed as agricultural and is connected to a new venture, Taeda Farms, LLC, a business she starts with her daughter Maddie and son-in-law, Caleb. So while Kody is fighting over Coyote, Pass confessing to have almost double-crossed her, claiming, it's all in Janelle's head, Janelle's business license, filings buying farmland under an LLC, moving near Maddie's family, and building, something that's legally hers, not Kody's. This is where our title comes in. Why Janelle had to lawyer up before she could plant a single flower on her new land? Because that North Carolina dirt? That 156-acre canvas? It's not just a farm. It's her first real chance at financial independence in decades. You better believe she was not going to repeat the Coyote Pass mistake, the emotional twist. Planting flowers on a battlefield. Let's talk symbolism for a second. On Instagram and throughout coverage of Taeda Farms, she's described as clearing the way, land preparation. She pours her heart into this new project. It sounds peaceful, right? But emotionally, quite the contrary. Because for Janelle, dirt is no longer just dirt. Land is not just land. A deed is not simply a piece of paper. Every fence she puts up, every tree she plants, every flower bed she lays out, comes with the memory of being second class in a relationship, watching years of sacrifice sit on land she didn't fully control. Hearing Kody admit that he thought about taking advantage of her financially, so when we say she had to lawyer up before she could plant a single flower, we're saying she had to build legal safety first so she could finally build emotional safety on top of It how lawyers changed the story. Let's zoom out in a version of this story where Coyote Pass sold Kody, controls the narrative. Janelle walks away with whatever he decides is fair. That's not what happened? The real-world headlines tell another story. Janelle Brown hires a lawyer in property dispute with ex-Kody Brown, Mary and Janelle consider lawyering up as they clash with Kody over Coyote Pass. Legal analysis. Absence of a legal marriage. Janelle had to defend herself with attorneys. Then, Coyote Pass sold for $1.5 million. Janelle walks with a clear $375,000 share. Janelle purchases 156 acres in North Carolina and establishes Taeda Farms. You can almost draw it like a line. Lawyer, protected share, capital, new land, new life. Was it messy? Absolutely. Did this require her to admit, at least to herself, that she couldn't trust Kody with taking care of it? Yes, and that is huge for someone who spent almost 30 years in that relationship, the tension that never fully goes away. Here's the chilling part. Even after the sale, the payout, the relocation to North Carolina, the launch of Taeda Farms, the emotional tension doesn't just evaporate because Kody has gone on camera insisting he wasn't trying to rip anyone off, saying it's largely in Janelle's head. At the same time, he admits that he considered double-crossing her, then expects everyone to move on, so we as viewers are left with the paradox legally. The story has a clean ending. The land sells, everybody gets their check, and Janelle buys new land. Emotionally, the story is not over yet, because the question underneath all of this is, how do you ever trust your own judgment again? When you know, dude, you stayed so long with someone who was thinking about screwing you over? That's the quiet tension that hangs over every shot of Janelle walking that North Carolina land. What this means for future episodes and spin-offs. So where does this go in Sister Wives' world? Think about it, TLC now has a closed chapter. Coyote Pass drama wrapped with 1.5 million bow and an open chapter, Janelle's 156-acre. Taeda Farms life just beginning. That's spin-off material. Imagine future episodes or specials titled Janelle's New Life on 156 Acres. From Coyote Pass to Carolina. How a sister wife built her own empire. But with a twist, those future shows will only exist because she did the unromantic, unspiritual thing. She called a lawyer. She transformed a spiritual marriage into a legal exit strategy. She turned trust me into show me the paperwork. And that is the real exposed story. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can plant isn't a flower, it's a firm boundary. So, to answer the title directly, why did Janelle have to lawyer up before she could plant a single flower on her new land? Because Coyote Pass taught her the price of blind trust. Her non-legal wife status left her vulnerable. Kody's own words confirmed her worst fears regarding potential financial betrayal. Without legal protection, that 156-acre dream in North Carolina could have been just another battlefield. Instead, she got her $375,000 share from Coyote Pass. She bought 156.4 acres in her own new chapter. She launched Taeda Farms as a business, not just a hobby. And this time, the land is tied to her choices, not Kody's control. If you're still here, you're my kind of viewer. Drop a comment and let me know. Do you think Janelle waited too long to lawyer up? Or do you think this was the exact moment she needed to wake up and protect herself? And if you want a full money breakdown of who really won the Coyote Pass game, Kody, Robin, Janelle, or Mary, let me know below and I'll do an on-screen numbers breakdown in the next exposed report. Make sure you hit like so this video reaches more Sister Wives fans. Subscribe for more in-depth, no-fluff breakdowns like this. And tap that bell so you don't miss the next chapter in this very messy, very expensive story. Because if Coyote Pass taught us anything, it's this. In the world of Sister Wives, love might be spiritual, but land is always legal.